ranking cars with a twist, and that twist is which car would I want if I had to elude the police. Let's get into it. Starting out with a truck. Now, this truck is a Ram. Looks like it's off-road. We've got a decently, standard color here. We've got black, four-wheel drive. I like that aspect. Now, not the biggest car guy. I'm a bit of a casual, so feel free to correct me, but Rams don't feel very reliable to me. As just kind of a casual bystander that doesn't know anything about cars and trucks, Rams don't feel reliable. So you might be running from the police, you might get to this off-road destination, and then you die from starvation. Toyota Camry, I'm going to put them in A tier. Look, good gas mileage, which, depending on the scenario, if you're eluding, that could be very important. With the Ram, you've got to fill up every other town. With a Camry, you could get across the multiple states without having to fuel up. Now, the top end speed isn't really there, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're not the fastest cars. They're not the most aerodynamic from a acceleration standpoint, but it's a very standard color here, white, a lot of Toyota Camrys that look like this, so I think it'd be a decent getaway. I believe this is a Mazda. Yeah, that gives me Mazda vibes. I think that's a Mazda. Look, kind of similar to the Camry. A lot of them, they're reliable cars. They get good gas mileage. This one's a little bit more sporty, so I will bump it above the Camry. But this feels like a sporty, you can brake quickly, you can go zigzag, and all that. Now, this one, it is a Toyota. It's a Toyota something. Highlander, maybe. Regardless, it's bright red. That's not happening for me. Bright red that just draws too much attention. Now, it could actually, ironically enough, be the inverse effect, that where it is bright red, it is less noticeable, if that makes sense, because it's like, okay, well, it's a stretch argument, and I'm not making an argument because I think it's a downside. I also, these cars, these Toyotas, they don't have the same four-wheel capabilities as a truck, or as maybe like a 4Runner. So they don't get me as excited. A lot of wasted gas mileage, a lot of wasted space. A big car sticks out a little bit too much for me. And I'm going to put the trucks here. We've got a Chevy and a GMC. Once again, I do like the off-road capabilities if you need to drive into the woods or something. And once again, these are non-reliable trucks, so you might elude them, but then you break down in Oklahoma, and then you starve. So, not a big fan. I believe this is a Mazda. Or no, it's a Buick. Can't even see. Is that a BMW? I don't know. We're going to put it in C tier. Look, this does not give me. This is kind of one of those hatchbacks. Those are ridiculous. If you're eluding people in a hatchback, I mean, you should just call it quits. And what is this? This is a Ford truck with a 2-foot bed. I mean, those bed sizes are ridiculous. But I am going to. I think this so far is probably the best truck. This best looking truck. That just gives me bank robber vibes. We've got a Mazda SUV, and I'm going to go B tier. Not super suspecting. Once again, does kind of give me bank robber vibes, but at a higher end bank. This truck would steal from your local bank. This Mazda would steal from Citibank. We've got a maroon Chevy, and this is giving me S tier vibes all day, and I know you guys can see it too. This definitely looks like a car of someone who is breaking a lot of laws. And you could 100% see an alert on your phone, dangerous criminal, driving down back roads, eluding police in multiple states. This gives me those vibes. Now, I am not sure what car this is. This is a Volkswagen. I mean, how are we supposed to tell? I'm not a car expert. Am I supposed to be able to tell just from the body like this? I don't know. Kind of basic sedan, nothing spectacular. We'll go B tier because I'm not even really sure what brand it is. And what brand is this one? Is this a GMC? This also, I can't put it in S tier because it's not quite as, cool as this one. This definitely does give me, we've kidnapped a few people vibes. We got them back in the trunk. We got an extra spacious trunk. Now, what car is this? This is a BMW or Volkswagen. Regardless, we're going to put this in the C tier. This is not giving me ghetto. I mean, this just, maybe if you try to blend in with the grass, you kind of could, but this color scheme, not good gas mileage, unreliable. We're not messing with it. And another one of these high-end, I mean, these are good for smooth rides, but they don't give me getaway vibes. So we'll put whatever this is in that tier. And what car is this? This is a, I can't really tell, but this gives me B tier vibes. Just feels kind of like an average. Feels kind of like an average one. And this is one of those Volkswagen's little bugs, little Volkswagen bug. This is definitely a D tier. You know, it's gas mileage isn't great. It sticks out because it's blue. I mean, who gets a blue car? I just, you know, this thing gets pit maneuvered and immediately folds. Green Mustang, look, you're definitely getting caught instantly. There's no room, you know, depending on what you're running for. There's no room if you're trying to stash a bunch of cash. It's green. The gas mileage isn't great, but it's a cool muscle car, so we'll put it up there. And this is a Subaru. A Subaru is also a B tier. You know, these are just kind of, yeah, I guess, but if you're planning for it, you know, if you're really trying to rob a bank, I think these would be better. Do we have another Subaru? Another Subaru. Look, one of these is the Crosstrek, one of these is the Outback. These don't give me those vibes. We are going to go with the Nissan Altima. Do we have two of them here? I don't know enough about cars to tell you which one's which, but I think these are both Nissan Altimas. I don't know. They look very similar to me. I guess this one's got a little bit of a lower design. I don't know. Regardless, so this Nissan actually looks too nice to be it. We're going to go here in S tier for just this one. We got a Chevy sedan. This is definitely going to break down on you. This is 100% going to break down. And I do like this Audi. I do like this Audi for sure. We're going to go A tier, very fast. You know, the drive controls feel nice. Honda, we're actually going to go D tier. It's going to surprise a lot of people. This light blue, I mean, this light blue is just ridiculous. It does have some off-road potential and it's pretty reliable, but Honda drivers just aren't the kind of people that would be doing crazy stuff. We've got a Ford F-150, and it's a little too bulky. You know, we need a smaller, we can't be taking up all that space. We're too noticeable. And we've got another Nissan Altima. And yeah, this is the classic, you know, car for if you're trying to break a lot of laws. We've got another truck here. Once again, too bulky. We can't be taking up that kind of space. And what car is this? Oh, that's a Mercedes. Yeah, this is definitely good for financial crimes if you're looking to break financial crimes and not look as suspecting. We've got another Mercedes here. I'm not sure if these are the same kind of cars. We have I don't even know what that is. But this definitely does give me criminal vibes. Yeah, this you stole from Walmart and you're driving away in this, I don't even, what is this, an SUV? It's hard to tell. We're gonna go, no way you're doing anything like Kia Sorento, either of these. And we've ranked most of these. Ford Explorer is definitely an S tier. Now, maybe not that color. That color's pretty obnoxious. But Ford Explorer is definitely one. Is this a 4Runner? 4Runner, that's a little too wholesome to be doing bad stuff with a 4Runner. And I mean, this is the classic cop car. One of these, is this the Expedition? I think this is the Ford Explorer. I said this was the Ford Explorer. I think this is like I don't even know. I'm not that too familiar with cars, but this is probably the Ford Explorer. But obviously you're going to blend in. I mean, if you look like a cop, that's probably going to help.